I guess two things come to mind. The first thing is that the kind of the rules for missionary work and successful missionaries, they're the same. Wherever you go in the world, it doesn't matter whether you go to Finland, Australia, New Zealand, if you go to Asia, wherever you're going, effective missionaries are effective missionaries, and they have certain things in common. And I think the biggest thing that they have in common is a testimony of Christ. The most effective missionaries throughout the world, it doesn't matter where you go, especially wherever you go, are the missionaries that have a strong testimony of Christ. And if you have a strong testimony of Christ, then I believe that everything else will follow. If you're able to learn to be obedient and love Christ, and I feel like those are synonymous, if you're able to be obedient and show your love to Christ before your mission, it'll make it that much easier on your mission. And so, that's first of all the biggest advice that I can give, is learn to be obedient and to love Christ before your mission. That way when you come out, it's easy to say no when there's a questionable thing going to be done, maybe by other missionaries or members that you're with or whatever it is. It's easy to say no when you have the choice to be able to do something that's not as savory or that's against the mission rules. So that's the first advice, and that's what I see successful missionaries, wherever you go, that they have that, is a love for Christ and a willingness to obey His commandments. The second thing, and this is advice I think for all missions too, but especially in Utah. In Utah, you'll have the opportunity, whether you are a goober or not, like you'll have the opportunity to teach a lot, and you'll be able to have the opportunity to meet with a ton of people, and to be able to get into the habit of that and meeting people and talking to people before your mission, it just gives you that much more of a jump. And so to go on splits with the missionaries as much as you can, if you can spend days with them before your mission, that would be phenomenal. I noticed the missionaries that had already done that, they first of all didn't find it as hard to adjust to kind of missionary life because they live it with the missionaries. Maybe they got a planner when they were with the missionaries and going on splits, or they were living the mission rules because they were with the missionaries. But also they were able to feel comfortable, like when they were in a teaching situation, they knew, all right, now it's time to invite them to be baptized, and not like, whoa, like we're going to invite them to be baptized on the first lesson, you know? And so I think going on splits with the missionaries before, especially coming to Utah, will be prime opportunity to learn what you need to do here in the mission field.